Hey guys, welcome back. I'm edcgunner and today we're gonna talk about Seiko SKS and some of the things I like about it and I don't like about it. Why? Because I did all the other videos. I did the review, I did the comparisons with Citizen, I did the comparisons with Orient. You can just Google those or Seiko versus Orient edcgunner and you will find it. But I haven't worn one in a while. And I've sold a bunch of these, then I rebuy it, I sell it, I rebuy it, and kind of the moment I sell it, I miss it. Sometimes I had to sell it, sometimes the last one I sold to my mate who badly wanted to have a Pepsi one in his collection. So what could I do? I actually didn't even sell it to him, I traded it for a Polot and some other stuff. And it ended up all well. However, within a week, I was searching the eBay for the next one. And I got before this one, I had the 009, which are the Pepsi versions. And my first one was on a rubber band, this 007, iconic one. And before that one, I had an Orient. And I remembered it like this day, when I opened that package and it was on a rubber band and I opened it and just smile appeared on my face. It's so beautiful. I haven't imagined this watch should be so beautiful. And I love 007. 007 SKS was my go-to watch and up until last year, I think. I got the Pepsi one. I went I cracked under the pressure and I got the Pepsi one, and I always thought, judging by the photos and pictures, that Seiko SKX009 is a bit uglier until I saw it in person. Then when I saw it in person, I said 007 is uglier. The 009 has more personality. So no matter what, and I saw a bunch of videos on YouTube, 5 things I like about it, 5 things I don't like about it. But if you are just getting into watches, if you are a watch newbie, just quit watching and go get yourself one, because number one, it's so much value in this watch. Most of the watch, when I first got it and I first did my video about Seiko SKS, I said it's $150 brand new, and it was. And it's always, at the time of making this video, so nowadays I get the comments on that video, show me where I can get one. For $150 I will buy 2 or something like that. Nowadays these are $200 on Amazon, and back in the day, before the price rised in value, and that's one of the things I loved about this watch. It's so affordable. It's not that cheap, it's not that expensive, it's not that cheap, but it's a price of average fashion watch, fashion court watch. You're gonna buy Daniel Wellington, you're gonna buy Armani watch, Gucci watches. Nowadays nobody's talking even about Armani and Gucci watches and Fossil, because of the movement Daniel Wellington and Vincero and all those bloggers who are pushing them in. But at the price of the average fashion watch, and today you add a little bit, this is around $200, you get so much more watch for your money. And not only that, if you are newbie to watches, this is your gateway to a new hobby, gateway to heaven, gateway to a long life of journey, lifetime of a journey of collecting watches. And if you don't trust me, just go get one. I will put an Amazon link in the description box of this video. So if you decide to buy it through my links, I will get like $2 for it. And but it's a watch that is cool. That's another thing about it. I like about it. This is such a cool watch, and lately it's been a bit too cold, but it kind of dropped out the heat. I love this watch because it's cool. It's been in movies. Every watch guys knows it. You have a collection of 6 Rolexes and you will find a nice little SKS Seiko tucked in there somewhere. It's a nice beater. It's also a watch that can take a lot of beating. First of all, design of this watch is iconic, and that's the other thing I like about it. The design of this watch is, it does not look like a Rolex Submariner, it does not look like a Omega Seamaster, but it has its own charm. Sure, from the distance it might kind of look like your average dive watch, but when you see it on someone's wrist, you immediately know what is it. So it has its own charm. It's a professional tool watch, has a 200-meter water resistance. It has a awesome loom, and it's just a no-nonsense tool watch, and it has a good, reliable movement. The movement can be pro and positive and negative thing, but I think it's ultimately it's a positive thing, and we'll talk about negatives a bit in the second part of this video. But the movement is tested and proven movement that's been around. This is just one of the generation of the Seiko movements. Before 7S26 there were 7009 and some other movements. I'm not really sure by, I'm not good remembering numbers, but this is just one of those movements that's in progress and it's stuck around. Sure, people will say it does not hack, it does not unwind, but I will point you at Pateks and Jegole cultures that do not hack and do not manually wound or whatnot if they are automatic or whatnot. So it's completely irrelevant to this one. It's not the most accurate movement out of the box, but it can be tweaked to be. Personally, mine is running fine. It's just a used watch and it's still nice. So it's a super nice, affordable watch, and it's a better option than to get a fashion watch as well. Another thing about this watch that people do love, and I necessarily do not love, but people will modify it. Just like a car tuning, they will also, you can color it, replace bezels, hands. It's a watch that's easy to modify. I personally do not like modifying watches, not even Seiko SKS, not even Casio, and especially not high-end watches. It's just, I'm not even biggest fan of a car tuning. I might put a bigger wheels on it or something like that. Just something nice and subtle, but to make it stand out. And just like changing the bracelet on this watch, this watch comes on a rubber band on a bracelet, and I think I might call this video everything you need to know about Seiko SKS. It comes on a rubber band, which is a bit stiff for modern standards, but it looks nice. It's very usable if you're gonna swim in water. And the bracelet, it's awesome. Bracelets, it's awesome. It's comfortable. It looks nice. It's a Jubilee bracelet, and the quality sucks. The quality is poor. But this watch came out in the late 90s, I believe 1998, the same year as the Citizen NY0 came out. Citizen ProMaster, and that's standard. And even nowadays, a couple of days ago I went to the store, I was checking out some Seiko Presage watches, and the bracelets are not that nice, and they just don't care much about bracelets. They need to cut their costs. But this bracelet on a Seiko SKS, it's a trashy bracelet, but it's so comfortable and I love the way it looks. Bit sad that when I got this watch, it came on a rubber instead of a bracelet, and I will probably try to find an aftermarket one, something like that, because I love Jubilee and this watch just looks different with that. So yeah, there are some things I don't like about this Seiko SKS. There's one biggest thing I personally do not like about this watch, and that's that it lately, in the past couple of years, this watch has become so popular. That I kind of stopped wearing it. It became like everyone and their dog had one, and I really it's not something that I like and approve, and I like variety, diversity, and the past couple years I pushed and I loved Ray watch, and in my opinion, I think Orient Ray is a better watch in terms of quality and in terms of look, but definitely it's not as cool as the SKS. So, but the popularity of the watch and the fact that everyone has the one is a bit downer for me, because back in the years when I first got it and when I had it, it wasn't as popular as nowadays. So let's just leave it at that. But you can see also a positive thing when you walking in the mall, in the Walmart, and no matter where, in a desert island, in a ship cruiser, and you are seeing someone is wearing a SKS on a vacation on a beach. You are positive. I'm positive that that guy knows what he has on his wrist, that he loves watches, that he's into watches. Maybe he's a watch collector, maybe he's just has one or two watches, but he definitely knows what's up. And here I have a Longines Hydro Conquest, which is a magnificent watch, but the chances are when you see someone wearing this one, they might know maybe it's an EDC gunner on the beach with his Longines Hydro Conquest, and you know that I know what that is. But there's a fact that this watch has been sold worldwide, and some random average Joe will have it on his wrist, and you cannot be entirely sure is he into watches, or he just got it as a gift, or just bought a watch that he thought it was nice in the mall. So same like with Rolex and Mariner. But with Seiko SKS, that's not the fact. You know 100%, especially when you see it on a NATO strap, the guy loves watches, and you can go and buy him a beer or a coffee or whatnot and talk hours watches. So when I'm on the beach on vacation, I go and I scan all the watches. So sometimes I will see some Omega, sometimes I will see Rolex or Breitling Super Ocean Heritage. I saw a couple of those, and it's really interesting to pick it up. But I'm yet to see someone with Seiko Monster and SKS other than me. I had Orients, I had Tudors, but when you see someone with SKS, I'm confident he likes watches. So at least I think so. So yeah, other things that are not so good about, see how I turned this a bad thing into a positive. The other thing I don't like about Seiko SKS, and most of people will say, is it has no sapphire crystal. It has a Seiko Hardwax crystal, and personally I like sapphire crystal because it does not scratch. I cannot stand a scratched watch. However, I read somewhere that on scale 1 to 10, sapphire is 10 and Seiko Hardwax is 9. But I'm not completely sure about that, because I saw a ton of Seiko 5 watches, which also have a Hardwax, scratched up and beat up. Like, it was terrible. So yeah, I wouldn't mind having sapphire on this watch at all, and that's something that's legitimate. I know the sapphire shatters and all that stuff, but I don't like scratched up crystal. So mine is alright. I haven't scratched it yet, but then again, I haven't been wearing this one a lot, but I broke it out a couple of days ago and I've been wearing it, and I just had to make another video. So maybe I will call it 5 pros and cons of Seiko SKX009, or everything you need to know about it. I don't know, you will see in the title of this video. But so far, thank you for watching. I'm edcgunner, and check out the links in the description box. And there's also another good thing about this watch. If you have, this is a 42mm watch and if you have a smaller wrist, there is a version that's smaller, SKX013 or something like that. Google it and give me a thumbs up. And all the SKS fans, see you guys on the beach.